Jay-Z or Nas?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that.
No, I'm doing it.
And what?
Doesn't matter. Just pick one.
There was a time when no one could have imagined Jay-Z honoring his arch nemesis Nas. But today, that's exactly what's happening. Nonchalantly putting a storied rap beef to bed, Jay found out the hard way how Nas is a dangerous man, lyrically. While it may seem complicated to tell now, the two New York rappers were entangled in a scalding feud for years in the late 90s and early 2000s, taking jabs at each other as recently as 2018. If you think the beef between Pusha T and Drake was messy, you haven't seen anything yet. Jay's mother, Gloria Carter, even had to step in at one point. If you aren't familiar with it, you'll soon see why the feud between Jay and Nas is the prototypical rap beef. It ignited the hip-hop community in New York City and around the world, and even spawned its own verb to denote one rapper obliterating another with a diss track. But how did it all begin? It all started in 1996 when Nas reportedly failed to show up to a recording session for Jay-Z's track Bring It On from his debut record, Reasonable Doubt. The album dropped later that year, and in Nas's absence, producer Ski Beats sampled Nas's line from The World Is Yours on another song on the project called Dead Presidents 2.
Presidents to represent me.
Rock.
Presidents to represent me.
Rockefeller.
Presidents to represent me.
Nas's second album, It Was Written, arrived a month later. Its opening track, The Message, includes the first of many perceived shots at Jay-Z with Lex with TV Sets the Minimum. What does a Lexus with a TV inside it have to do with anything? Well, Jay's Reasonable Doubt included many references to the luxury car. He likened his mind to a Lexus on Can I Live, rapping, "My mind is infested with sick thoughts that circle like a Lexus," and the music video for Dead Presidents 2 features a Lexus GS. Nas has since confirmed that the line refers to Jay-Z. He told Complex, "I saw Jay-Z driving a Lexus with the TVs in them. I got rid of my Lexus at that point and I was looking for the next best thing. It wasn't a shot at Jay, but it was just saying that's the minimum you gotta have." It's not a shot at him, but he inspired that line. It wasn't necessarily a shot at him, but because the song was a shot at everybody, he fell into that. But he definitely inspired that line. Then, in 1997, Jay sampled Nas's voice once again on Rap Game Crack Game, another friendly nod to his rival. However, he also dropped a line on Where I'm From, which many consider to be his first shot fired at Nas. "I'm from where N pull your card and argue all day about who's the best MCs, Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas." In March of that year, Biggie Smalls passed away, and Jay-Z did not hesitate to make a claim for the New York hip-hop throne with his song The City Is Mine. Some claim that Rockefeller artist and Jay protege Memphis Bleek was brought into the feud with his first single from his coming-of-age album, Memphis Bleek Is, which has arguable similarities to Nas's Nas Is Like. Most notable, however, is the track What You Think of That, where Bleek raps, "My whole team rocks. We don't speak to cats. I'm a ball till I fall. What you think of that?" Memphis Bleek decided to step things up with a diss that could not be misinterpreted, On My Mind Right. He references Nas's second studio album, It Was Written, "Your lifestyle's written, so who you supposed to be, play your position," while also assuring everyone he thinks very little of his rival. "It's beef I'ma see you and bang till you hang up, your life a lie, but here's the truth, you ain't hyped to die, but you hyped to shoot." Nas responded to Bleek with Stillmatic, referring to several members of the Rockefeller crew, Jay-Z, Beanie Sigel, and of course, Memphis Bleek. "Rip the freeway, shoot through Memphis with Moneybag stop in Philly, ordered cheesesteaks and eat beans fast," he said, then went directly to HOV asking, "Is he H to the Izzo? M to the Izzo? What next?" Jay performed a freestyle at Hot 97 Summer Jam, taking jabs at Prodigy of Mobb Deep and Nas, and people were shaken. This is where the beef really gets juicy. A polished version of the song Takeover appeared on his 2001 album The Blueprint, and Jay-Z did not come to play. On the Kanye West-produced track, he calls Nas a has-been, saying he has one hot album every 10-year average, questions his street cred, and basically comes for him at every level. To many rap fans, Nas's music career seemed dead and gone after Takeover. It became clear that Nas would not go down without a fight. On his 2001 album Stillmatic, he unleashed Ether, a diss track that would go down in history. The Queens native responded to Jay's claims of being a has-been by reminding him he's been in the rap game much longer. I got this, locked since 9/1. I am the truest/name a rapper that I ain't influenced. He then proceeded to attack his street cred and accuses him of copying his style. In 88, you was getting chased to your building, callin' my crib, and I ain't even give you my number/all I did was give you a style for you to run with. He also accused Jay of selling out. Y'all and deal with emotions like bitches/what's sad is I love you cause you're my brother. You traded your soul for riches. He called Jay-Z ugly, a misogynist, employed a lot of unsavory homophobic slurs against him, and alluded to an affair he had with Foxy Brown. He also mentioned that Eminem outshined him on his own song, Renegade, and that HOV stole his rhyming skills from Biggie. Stillmatic, on the whole, was heralded a proper comeback by critics and fans alike after a string of lackluster releases from the Queen's rapper. The beef in the album led to Nas's Lost Tapes being released, then God's Son, which, to many, cemented his status as NYC's best MC for years to come. People were shaken by Takeover, but Ether was on another level. After being absolutely obliterated by Nas, Jay-Z was not going to let him have the last word with Ether. Enter Supa Ugly, which samples Nas's own Got Herself A and Dr. Dre's Bad Intentions. Jigger dished out his fair share of insults, but he twisted the knife on Supa Ugly, bragging about having an alleged 3-year affair with Nas's girlfriend, Carmen Bryan. A lot of people thought Jay took things way too far. His own mother, Gloria Carter, even called into local radio station Hot 97, saying he should apologize to Nas and his family. HOV called in soon after, apologizing to his mother and any female listeners he may have offended with his lyrics. In the two rappers' native New York City, the atmosphere was particularly intense. Radio stations like Hot 97 would encourage the feud by playing Ether and Supa Ugly back to back. At one point, they even took a poll about the beef, with 58% of listeners saying they preferred Ether to Supa Ugly. The consensus seemed to point to Nas as the winner. Ether has since become an emblematic diss track, with rappers reinterpreting it for their beef purposes. A recent example would be Remy Ma's Shether, aimed at Nicki Minaj. Since Nas dropped the song, Ether has been frequently used as a verb to denote one rapper asserting their dominance over another using a diss track. The beef continued to sizzle, and Jay-Z attacked Nas again on the title track of his Blueprint 2 album, claiming he's more generous than him. He once again questioned his street cred and even referenced his Supa Ugly apology, encouraged by his mother. "My mama can't save you this time. N is history." After Nas's response on the last real N Alive, in which he compared the beef between him and Jay-Z to Scarface, and suggested HOV is nothing more than a footnote in the history of New York hip-hop, the two basically had a ceasefire, with only minor shots being fired, and Jay temporarily retiring with the Black Album. 4 years after Ether, Nas and Jigger decided to end their beef in front of a sold-out crowd at the Continental Airlines Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey, during Jay's I Declare War tour in October 2005. Many fans thought that the tour would see HOV coming for his hip-hop enemies, but instead, he decided to reconcile with Nas on stage. The two performed Dead Presidents and The World Is Yours, with Jay-Z declaring, "All that beef S is done. We had our fun," he said. "Let's get this money." A year later, Nas ended his deal with Columbia Records and signed with Def Jam, now headed by Jay. Shortly after, they officially teamed up for the first time on Black Republican off Nas's Hip Hop Is Dead. Although some people on the internet thought that Jay-Z was trying to reheat the early millennium beef by dropping his album with Beyoncé the day after Nasir. Whether that was intentional or not, the beef is now firmly behind them, and we've got a new collaboration to prove it. So, in your opinion, who do you think won? Let us know in the comment section below. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.